this past weekend we had Disney's big expo, the big like Super Bowl for Disney and everything they have to offer, D23. Of course, the big panel was on Friday and Saturday. Friday covered all the Disney live action, Disney Plus, and Pixar and animation stuff. Saturday was all Lucasfilm, Star Wars, Marvel, all that good stuff that we love. D23 is usually very, very massive when it comes to announcements and when it comes to new projects, things to look forward to. Even like just last year at D23, they announced the Obi-Wan series by bringing Ewan McGregor out. They announced Miss Marvel, Moon Knight, She-Hulk. All of that was just surprises at D23. So when it comes to this D23, and we did a stream back on Saturday after the Marvel and Star Wars panels ended, and we talked about everything that was announced. If you want to hear everything that happened at D23, my thoughts on everything, the stream is up there, the podcast is up there, and thank you everyone who joined me on Saturday for that. But for this topic, while I did find this D23 disappointing because everything that they announced, everything that kind of came out, or most of it, was things that we already knew about, or things that was already kind of, known about by the general people or broken by trades weeks ago. But being an optimistic that I am, there was some cool stuff that came out of D23, not going to lie. So we are going to count down the 10 biggest things, the coolest things that I think came out of D23. Starting with number 10, and that is that the official announcement that we got Matt Shackman as the director for Fantastic Four. Now, of course, this was kind of lessened by the fact that this was heavily rumored and basically reported on weeks ago. We kind of already knew unofficially that this was happening, but it was still really cool to see Kevin Feige say out of his mouth, this is going to be our director. Matt Shackman has officially gotten the job. I really liked what he did with WandaVision. I thought he did a fantastic job with that whole show, with all those episodes. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does with Fantastic Four. I think he can really get that family dynamic and that supernatural aspect perfect. Up at number 9, Inside Out 2 was officially announced on Friday. And Inside Out 2, this news kind of came out already. I think it was the day before D23 this broke in the trades, but it was still nice to get an official announcement. Amy Poehler came out. She talked a little bit about it. Riley's going to be a teenager. I really liked the first Inside Out. Bill Hader and Mindy Kaling aren't going to be returning, unfortunately, but they're voice actors. You can just get other voice actors. I don't think that's a big deal. But the fact that we officially got Inside Out 2 announced, I'm actually pretty excited for. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do, developing the character and the story of Riley and what's going on inside her head. I am there. I'm really looking forward to it. At number 8, they officially dropped the trailer for Werewolf by Night. And this was not at all what I thought it was going to be. This is a Marvel project. It's dropping on Disney Plus. It's kind of like a throwback to the old science fiction B horror films shot in black and white. The trailer kind of confused me. I'm thinking it's not set in the MCU. I don't see how it could be. But as the trailer, it was pretty interesting and something new from Marvel that I am interested in checking out. And it only comes out in like a month. It's their first Halloween special. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with that. All right, coming in at number 7. And this is one that caught me off guard. And it was one of the first big things that they really announced. Mufasa the Lion King. They are going to be doing a prequel to the 2019 Lion King about Mufasa's uprising, and it's going to be directed by Barry Jenkins. And I know a lot of people had a major issues with Lion King 2019. It in no way touches the original, I don't think at all. But the most impressive things and the best thing about Lion King 2019 was that technology, the way that they brought these animals to live action. I mean, you can't deny it looked really, really good from a technological standpoint. It was kind of mind blowing. The fact that they recycled the same story and did a beat for beat, shot by shot remake of The Lion King, like they do with so many of these Disney live action remakes, was kind of what bogged that movie down, because you just can't get the expressions out of the lions like you can from those artists that did the 2D animation. That's such a medium that's so different, and you can do so much different things with your characters than you can in live action. They used that medium to their full advantage back with the 1990 Lion King. And you just weren't going to touch that with the 2019 one. It was almost like a why bother situation. But the fact that they're going to be telling a new story, showing us a new side of this world, following Mufasa as he's coming up to be king, and they're going to be using this technology and it's going to look the way that the 2019 Lion King looked. I'm actually pretty excited to see what story they've cooked up, to see a new story from them, even if it's from a character that's already been used before. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how this technology has advanced, even in just the last 2 years, 3 years. Real quick, before we continue with this video, I want to tell you guys about the great folks over at MoviePalette.com. MoviePalette takes a color of every scene from your favorite movie and puts it on a beautiful canvas. Behind me right here, I got their Back to the Future selection hanging up above me, my favorite movie of all time. And MoviePalette.com has thousands of your favorite movies to choose from. And for the wonderful viewers of the Zach Millen Talks Movies YouTube channel, you guys get 15% off of any movie palette of your choice when you go to moviepalette.com and use the promo code ZachTalks15 at the checkout. That's ZACH Talks 15. Not only will you guys get 15% off of the movie palette of your choice, but you'll also be helping out the Zach Millen Talks Movies channel tremendously. So go to moviepalette.com and use the promo code ZachTalks15 at the checkout to get 15% off of any movie palette of your choice today. And thank you to the good people over at Movie Palette for partnering up and supporting the Zach Millen Talks Movies YouTube channel. All right, guys, let's get back to the video. At number 6 was the official trailer for Mandalorian season 3. I'm a big fan of the Mandalorian show. I don't necessarily love it as much as all Star Wars fans do, but I really enjoyed it. Season 1, season 2 have both been great, and season 3's trailer looked awesome. Season 3's trailer looked bigger in scope. It looked bigger in scale. It looks like a more cinematic feeling than the previous 2 seasons. And I really liked the previous 2 seasons. I thought they looked great. I thought technically they were great. Story wise, they were great. Fun episodic adventures. This one looks like it's going to be more of like an epic conclusion almost to a storyline that we've been following since season 1. So I was kind of really excited by Mandalorian season 3's trailer, and I'm glad that we got that dropped. Even though they could have dropped that any old day, I'm glad we got it dropped at D23. Speaking of trailers, at number 5, we got the Andor official trailer. Now, I know this might not be as high for some people. The show is coming out in like just a few days, and we have had trailers leading up to this trailer. We've already seen first looks at Andor, but I was planning on going into the show blind because I didn't care about Andor from Rogue One. I didn't really care about his character, so I kind of wanted to be impressed and surprised when I watched the show. But when we did the live stream on Saturday, I had to check out the trailer so I could talk about everything. And so this was my first look. This was my first experience with the Andor trailer, and it looks awesome. It looks so good. It looks intense. The feeling you get from Rogue One, the way that they made it feel like a war in Star Wars, they're carrying that over into Andor. It looks impressive. It looks cinematic. We're getting 3 episodes dropped on September 21st. I'm super excited for that now. Yeah, Andor's trailer kind of took my breath away at D23. At number 4, I thought this was really cool and quite a surprise, was the announcement that Tim Blake Nelson is officially coming back to play the leader in Captain America 4 New World Order. Now, I was not expecting him to show up at all. I've been expecting the leader to come back in She-Hulk because She-Hulk kind of connects more to the Incredible Hulk movie and stuff from that aspects. But I was not expecting Tim Blake Nelson to come out. I was not expecting a leader announcement, let alone in a Captain America movie. I'm really excited to see this guy return. I'm looking forward to seeing his character finally get the storyline continued that we've been waiting for since 2008. The fact that it's happening in a Captain America movie makes me very intrigued and makes me a little bit more confident now that he is going to show up in She-Hulk. Coming in at number 3, this almost took the whole event for me. This almost took the whole weekend if it wasn't for 2 other things, and that was the Little Mermaid trailer. I totally forgot about this thing, to be honest. It totally slipped my radar, but this trailer, when they dropped it, kind of took my breath away. It looks gorgeous. The underwater scenes, I think, look very impressive, look very immersive, and her singing at the end of the trailer, singing part of your world, Halle Bailey, blew me away. She sounds incredible. Her voice sounds like she completely fits the character. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with Little Mermaid now, even though, the pattern would suggest it's going to be a shot for shot. remake of the original classic. I do hope that they flesh out the romance more. The romance, you can't just have it be based off attractiveness like in the cartoon. You have to have these characters have something to of substance to grab onto. So hopefully in that aspect this movie can be better than the original. I'm not expecting it to be, but I can't deny that this trailer I thought looked really, really good. All right, our runner up coming in at number 2, that Secret Invasion trailer, man. I have been really looking forward to Secret Invasion, and we finally got our first look at it, and it is pretty much everything that I wanted out of the Secret Invasion show. It has that spy espionage feel, it has that intensity, it has that who is real, who isn't. That one shot of the guy in that coffee shop when all the other guys turn into the same guy and they're all scrolls. That was an awesome shot. Samuel Jackson's Nick Fury looks like he's grizzled, looks like he's been through some crap. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's been up to, why he's coming back to Earth, what are the Skrulls up to, what is this all about? And Secret Invasion's trailer did not disappoint. I'm very, very excited for this show. But number one, the number one most exciting thing that I think came out of D23 was that Thunderbolts lineup. This is not at all who I expected to be the Thunderbolts. I thought it was going to be more villain people, but it ended up being more of our anti-heroes. I mean, we got Ghost in there. We got Red Guardian. So excited to see David Harbour coming back. We got Winter Soldier. We got Lilana. We got Wyatt Russell playing once again U.S. Agent. Honestly, I think he was one of the best parts of Falcon and Winter Soldier. He just played that guy that you love to hate so well. I'm so excited to see him coming back in a feature film. And we got Taskmaster, hoping we get more out of that character with this lineup. I mean, it has that feeling of an Avengers film, these characters coming together. I'm very excited to see what kind of storyline they have for these characters, because all these characters, they've kind of been redeemed, but they've also had messed up pasts. And I'm really excited to see how they play into that with each character, how this dynamic within this group is going to work. You know they're going to get at odds with each other. It's going to be so much fun. I cannot wait to see the Thunderbolts, and I mostly am excited for the Thunderbolts now because of this lineup that they introduced. What do you guys think of all the announcements from D23? Did you actually have your hopes up for D23 and they were met, or were you a little bit disappointed like me? Comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought of D23. I'd love to hear it all, and let's take a look at what you guys are saying.